During the summer vacation of my first year of college, I went on a trip to my friend A's countryside with B, C, and D, my circle mates from the same university. The house in A's countryside was old but very spacious, and since no one was using it at the moment, so that we were allowed to stay there for as many nights as we wanted, as long as we cleaned up by ourselves. There were mountains and the ocean nearby, and a supermarket a short drive away. So on the first night, we totally enjoyed our stay with cooking dinner together and enjoying fireworks. The next day, after midnight, my friend C, who called himself the bravest, suddenly said, "Hey, let's do the test of courage." I and A were not good at scary stories, so we refused, saying that only those who wanted to go should go. But everyone else was so enthusiastic that we reluctantly went along. What C called a test of courage was like this. We would split into two groups, and the first group would go to a shrine about a 10-minute walk from the house we were staying at, and leave an object at the top of the stairs there. And the next group would take it and come back. The moment she heard that, my friend A said, "Not that shrine, even the locals rarely go near there, and my parents have told me not to go there since I was a child." However, C and D did not care. "Are you kidding? There's no such thing as ghosts. If you are afraid, we will go there alone." And they walked away. I, A and B waited for them to come back, but even after an hour had passed, there was no sign of them coming back. We tried calling their cell phones several times, but no one answered, even though there were incoming calls. So we were panicked, so we decided to go to Mr. E's house, who was A's relative, and told him all about this. When he heard our story, he slapped A's face and yelled at her, "Why didn't you stop them harder?" He then said, "I will gather the neighbors and go look for them, but it may be too late. You guys should wait here." So he went out. I, A and B were waiting at Mr. E's house with his wife and children. And 2 hours after, Mr. E came back. He looked gloomy and said, "Mr. F and his family will come now and perform an exorcism, but I don't think they will make it. The three of us were asked to have the exorcism performed together just in case, so we went to Mr. E's other room. But the moment we opened the door, we were hit by an unbelievable sense of despair. There, we saw two men tied up with ropes and gagged, and they were C&D. Both of them were sitting with blank eyes, totally looked freezed. Just being in the vicinity of these two men made us feel as if we wanted to die, and a sense of hopeless exhaustion overcame us. Mr. F, who was at the far end of the separation, said, "Even though you don't know, in the shrine, a demon is living. It's she, and whenever she sees a man whom she likes there, she takes his spirit away." Many men have gone to the shrine in spite of our efforts to stop them, and this is what has happened all the time. They were lying down together at the bottom of the steps of the shrine, drooling, with white eyes like this. I will try my best to get rid of her, but it was probably too late. Just being near them gives you a sense of hopelessness, because a demon has gotten inside you guys too. The exorcism was performed by Mr. F and 5 other people, surrounding C, D and us. We were told never to speak or open our eyes, until we were told it was okay. And then, the exorcism had begun. I didn't know how much time had passed, but the moment my concentration was lost, someone whispered in my ear in a female voice, "If you interfere, I will do the exactly same thing to you." I quickly covered my ears with my hands, but it was obvious that I had the sensation that someone was covering my back. I endured and endured desperately not to open my eyes so as not to speak. And finally Mr. F said to us, "It's over." We were so scared. The situation of C&D seemed to be better than when they were found. But in the end, even though both parents talked to them, they never regained their sanity. And they were hospitalized to a mental hospital. Later, the three of us were told by Mr. F like this: "There was a woman wandering around you and talking to you at that time. I am amazed that you were able to endure that." It seems that A and B were talked to by a woman as well as I was, but fortunately we went back to our homes without problems. I remember even now that the woman's voice, which was truly frightening, which I cannot describe. I never want to experience something like this again.